to make low poly assets in Blender remake. So first of all, to start off, we're gonna want to press Shift A, and we're gonna add a mesh cylinder. Make sure the vertices are between 8 and 12. This is what's considered low poly. So basically, once I'm gonna go with 8, by the way. We're gonna want to scale this up. So what we're gonna make is we're gonna make one of those simulator borders. Here, I'll pop an image up on screen, just to show what we're going for. So now we're gonna want to press your cylinder mesh. We're gonna press Tab. Now we're gonna press Control R, and we're gonna use the mouse wheel button and scroll up twice, and then click and click again. Now we can grab these faces by pressing the face select mode up here. I'll point an arrow, and we're gonna hold Alt, and we're gonna select this line. This should select all of these, and we should press Shift. Now we're gonna go back into the vertices, and what we're gonna do is every second vertice up here we're gonna select, and it should line up if you have an even amount of vertices. And then once you have the top row selected like this, do the bottom row and do every second one like this. Well, this is the way I like to do it. And now we're going to grab our move tool. You can either press G or use the move tool over here, and we're going to move it down. So that would be G and Z. Now once we have it moved down, we're going to go with face select mode again, and we're going to hold Alt again, and we're going to right click, and we're going to select extrude faces along normals. Then we're going to extrude it into about here. Then we're going to select these faces here again. Now we're going to right click. We're going to separate by selection. Well, you don't have to do this because you usually do this whenever you want to color things separately, if you want to bring it into Roblox Studio, or you could just UV unwrap it, but for the sake of time I'm just going to separate these. So now that we have this done, we're gonna want to grab it, and we're just gonna move it over to the side. Now we're gonna add a new cylinder, and we're gonna press S to scale it, and then SZ. Now we're gonna bring it to around here. We can bring this back over here, just for scale, like this, for example. And I'm gonna press we're gonna press our cylinder here, and we're gonna bring it up to the top, and we're just gonna scale it appropriately to about there. We're gonna scale it up a bit more. Now we're gonna add a loop cut in here. Just add one and just scale out, and that's your simulator border. It's not too hard, but to give it a little I don't know how to explain it. Make it a little thicker. We're gonna add a modifier, which is down here. We're gonna press add modifier, search, and solidify. We can just bring it to about here. Now, once you've solidified, we're gonna press this arrow here and apply. Now this is optional, by the way. We can grab this all, and we can shade auto smooth. You can usually do this by angle. You can use shade smooth. I don't really like using that, but I use shade auto smooth, and I shade it auto smooth by the angle, like this. And this is what I like doing, and it looks pretty good. Now that's our simulator border. We're gonna move on to the tree now. Here, I'll pop another image of one of my trees up on screen, and we're gonna add in Shift A, mesh, cone, and again we're gonna set it to 8 vertices, and we're gonna scale it up. Now we're gonna press Tab, and we're gonna go to faces up here. We're gonna select the bottom face, delete, and sorry, not edges. We're gonna do delete and faces. Now we have that. Now we're gonna go back to the vertices, and like we did with the simulator border, we're gonna select every second line. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the move tool here, or again use G and Z to move it down. And again, with the simulator border, we're going to add a solidify modifier to this. And we're just going to do this. Now that is the leave. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go on the y-axis up here. And we're going to press GZ, move it up here. And we're going to press Shift D, G, and then Z, move it up to around here. Scale it down a bit. And just move it till it looks nice. And you're just going to repeat that until you have a nice looking tree. Now, I usually don't like it uniform like this. So I usually go onto the Z-axis. I do R and then 4, 5. And that just makes it non-uniform. Oh, not 45. I'm going to use rotate, and I just rotate it around a bit. Like this, so it's non-uniform and non-repetitive. And it makes it look pretty good. Now, next we're going to do the stump of the tree, which is, we're just going to move this over to the side while we make the stump. And we're going to do Shift A, mesh. We're going to do cylinder again. 8 vertices. We're going to press S, Z, scale on the Z axis. Move it up here. We might have to scale it down a little bit, like this. And we're going to go to face select mode once we press tab. Move under here and press S to scale out. And I usually like adding loop cuts. So I can scale these in separately. And it turns out looking pretty nice, in my opinion. You don't have to use the exact design. You can change it up a little bit. But yeah. And I usually grab the top face here and I just scale it in all the way to look something like that. Now, we might have to scale this down a tiny bit more. And now we're going to go on the y-axis. We're just going to move this back over, which just using GX if you did it exactly like I did it. And we're just going to align it, and there we go. That's your tree. And again, like the simulator border, we're going to shade auto smooth by angle, and we can just select the angle you want to shade it smooth by. Now, we'll move these side by side. I have to scale this up a bit, actually, so they look fine together. And that's basically the simulator board and the tree done. Next, we're gonna do a little rock. So to do the rock, we're gonna press Shift A. We're gonna add an icosphere. We're gonna set this to about 1, and we're gonna delete. We're gonna go in face select mode up here again. We're gonna just select the bottom faces, and we can just delete them. Now we're gonna go into line select mode here, and we're gonna press Alt, and we're gonna press the line right there. So that should be outlined like that. And we're gonna press F. That basically fills the gap. We can go in the vertices select mode now, and we can grab our vertices, and we can just move them around until you have a pretty weird looking rock, and it ends up looking pretty good. So do what you like here. Take your own freedom, basically. You have creative liberty. But I'm just going to scale this bottom face here. Scale it out like that. And for me, I'm pretty happy with this. And I'm going to shade it auto smooth as well. So it's like this. So we have this. Now, this is pretty good, I feel like. If you have any questions in the comments on how to do anything, and if you're confused on any of the keybinds, just comment down below, and I will try my best to answer any questions you guys have. Well, that's me out for now. See ya. Bye.